Welcome to Season 3 of the Three Moons, Three Souls podcast with host Jacqueline Burke. On today's show, we are interviewing Holmes Krafts Designs.
Welcome to the podcast, Kim. How are you today?
I'm just peachy keen. How are you?
Oh, I'm good. Thank you. Can't complain. So today, we're going to talk to you about your business. So why don't you share with us the name of your business first?
Um, well, my name is Kim Holmes, and I wanted something unique. So I came up with Holmes Krafts Designs.
Oh, nice.
So it's HOLMES
Yeah.
KRAFTS Designs.
Oh, right on. Oh, that's
Right?
good. So, and what do you do with your business?
Um, I actually do a lot of different things. What sort of strikes my fancy, um, stuff that people in Alberta for
Mhm.
now want to use, but also to have wall art.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I noticed about a year in that individuals wanted things that didn't just sit and collect dust,
Right.
right? So there's a lot of uh, products that are out there that are the bling stuff or the stuff
Yeah.
that's the old rustic.
Yes.
Mine's somewhere a little bit in between,
Okay.
you know.
So can you tell us a little bit about the products that you make?
Um, what made just recently was
Oh,
a wreath hobbit door.
oh, neat. How cool is that?
Yeah, I had seen somebody do a general sort of wreath, and I'm like, I can make that,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, right
And
on.
yeah, after a day of figuring it out and a little bit of cursing,
Yeah.
I
That seems to be the norm these days, doesn't it?
oh yeah, yeah. I remember somebody in all of the crafting circles, somebody somewhere, some anonymous said, we put made with love on all of our products
Yeah.
because made with a huge amount of cursing, a lot of coffee, and late nights just doesn't fit.
Ah, that's fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it goes a lot further than coffee, doesn't it?
Oh, yes. Yeah. It was the same thing when I ended up last year during Year of the Dragon. People were bringing out making dragon wreaths, but the round
Oh, yeah.
ones
Yep.
and stuff. And I looked at that and going, and I always end up looking at something going, I can do it differently.
Yeah.
Right. And I figured out how to make a frame from scratch.
Oh,
And instead of doing a round one, I did a long 3 foot one. I didn't
yeah.
start out at 3 feet. It ended up morphing into 3 feet.
Yeah.
And it took me a week to figure it out between the getting the scales right and making sure that it was strong enough.
Okay.
Um, my husband said, I love you, but I don't want to be here when you're working on this because even my ears are getting burnt.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was fun because he was going. It goes in a loop and a circle, like a half
Right.
circle, and to be able to attach the tail. And
Okay.
you get around the corner, and I started putting the scales in the opposite direction,
Oh,
and
okay.
I can notice it.
Yeah.
You know,
But yeah. Oh, I totally get it. Now,
yeah.
I've seen your products and they are amazing. Um, I like like for lack of better terms for everyone listening, the little witchy vibe that you can add to your crafting. And I just it just kind of draws you to your table at a market. Yeah.
Well, thank you. I do appreciate that. It was more like a gentle aesthetic, you know,
Right.
that it's trying to bring a little bit of home back into the home.
Right.
You know, with the trays that I make, it is giving people this idea of you can actually sit and talk to somebody,
Yeah.
bringing over coffees and some cookies that you've just baked on the
Yeah.
tray, you sitting it down, and you have a conversation piece because of the
Yes.
pictures that I did that are on those trays.
Yeah.
But you are also bringing in the homey feel as you're sitting there talking to somebody that you might not have had a chance to sit and talk with for a while.
Right. Yeah, every home needs conversation pieces, don't they?
Yeah,
It
yeah,
just it gives a sense of personality or that person's personality.
yeah,
It gives you something to talk about.
yeah,
It starts off a conversation as in a positive way.
yeah.
There's so many benefits to the type of products you create, for people that are looking.
Yeah, I've started bringing back my version of macrame.
Oh, great.
Um, I'm looking into doing cat beds.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I did do some research and there is nobody who is doing any cat beds in Alberta.
Oh, wow.
Um, so square cat beds with the macrame in the center that you can hang on a window,
Right.
for the cats to
Yeah.
look out. And then ones in the corner with a round piece and a pillow in it,
Okay. Yeah.
you know. Um, I've already had a couple of people tell me that as soon as I get the ball rolling that they want some.
Oh, yeah,
But
absolutely. I know my Miss Kitty would want one. She's our
yeah,
little princess. Yeah.
well,
Um,
it's just I need to constantly reevaluate what everybody is looking for.
right.
I mean, it's designs, right? So it's being able to one work with people who want a commissioned piece,
Right.
design something for their life while keeping true to um, the rustic with a smattering of bling
Yeah,
aesthetic that you know I'm trying to bring into. I'm building a brand.
you are. Yeah. And you know what? You do stand out from others who are creating wreaths, for example, like your wreaths, or your wall hangings, your door hangings.
Yeah, I've been trying
Yeah,
to tell people that the majority of them have lights on them. So they're not
yeah,
strictly speaking for a person's door. They're meant to
right.
be hung on your wall so that
Yeah,
you can enjoy it. You got your fireplace on, you've got the lights
yeah,
off, you've got this wreath that looks different when it's lit up compared to how gorgeous it looks during the daytime.
yeah. It creates that ambiance, eh?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, yeah. No, that's fantastic. So I have a question for you. When did you start your business?
Um, November 2019.
Oh, wow. Oh, so for like 6 years almost.
Yeah, yeah, but that it was a struggle. I wasn't working and I needed something.
Right.
And I did not know that there was going to be that stuff that
Yeah,
happened in 2020, 21.
right.
Who knew? Right.
Yeah,
So it was a struggle for the first year, but I'd gotten the bug and
yeah,
uh, I haven't been able to stop. If I look back on the pictures from then,
yeah,
the table I did for the very first one,
yeah.
I kind of want to hide that picture and never see the light
Oh,
of day.
oh no.
It was,
Oh, we all go through that.
oh yeah, it was my very first table. I had never thought of doing anything like this, was never part of anything like that. And my table in hindsight looked like a jumble market.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, we all go through that's
Yeah,
growing pains.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And the next, I only had two craft fairs, and my next craft fair, after walking around and seeing, was infinitely better on how I had presented everything.
Okay, yeah.
Um, but I had to do a lot of research because I
Yeah,
really didn't know what I didn't know what I was getting into.
right. So let's slide in. I have some market questions for you because you do attend markets. That's how I met you. Um, and I'm curious what drew you to the market industry.
Well, I was on Etsy and
Oh,
I was
okay.
getting nowhere.
Okay, yeah.
Um, but again, that was 2020, 2021
Right.
when
Yeah.
I was on, and I was spending too much money with no purchases,
Okay.
um, with having to constantly refresh every couple of hours to get your
Yeah.
product up at the very top again.
Right.
And the longer I was on, the more I realized gradually over the years that the products that were being sold were more um, downloadables.
Okay, yeah.
And people from the States were buying.
Right.
But even though I love my crafts, mine is understated in comparison
Okay.
to the crafts that I'm seeing coming out of the States.
Okay. Yeah.
Very, there's a market for it, to be sure,
Mm.
very over the top. And if that's what people like, that's absolutely, I love to see that. Um, Mine isn't. And
Yeah.
so you know, it's warmth. It's not, woo, look at me.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's everyone has okay, well, different tastes for one. Even the maker or the crafter has different tastes, right? So you go with what you're more drawn to. But there is a market for that. Like everyone's tastes has a market. It's just finding those people.
Yes. I mean, it is. I last year I did very well,
Yeah.
with the reintroduction of different products and stuff, like with my trays and the coasters.
Yeah.
This year it didn't seem to go as well,
Yeah.
which
But
is
you
why.
know sorry, you know what I found is that unfortunately, um, we do have to watch what's happening politically because this time around, that was like a huge wake-up call. So it affected everybody.
Yeah.
It wasn't just one, oh, they're just not into my stuff. That's not it. It's about, okay, wait a minute. So if it's slowing down for everybody, then it goes further than that. So of course there was during that like last year or this year, people buying their products or their supplies were now tacked on tariffs, right? So then that affected prices and then it just kind of continued that way. So there were major adjustments needed to be made, right? And I know you've heard this saying, the way of the world, but unfortunately, this is a temporary way of the world, and
Hmm.
that's a positive way of looking at it. So we will get through this, and there will be light at the end of the tunnel.
The pendulum will swing in the opposite direction eventually.
Yeah,
Sometimes we just have to blow a huge wind at it to force it to get
right.
moving.
Yeah, it just means, you can't let that affect your business, and it just work harder, and make adjustments where you can, and keep on trucking because it will pay off.
Well, that is something that I've noticed that um, there are a lot of crafters out there that, through no fault of their own, they've had to purchase more of their bits and bobs from elsewhere,
Yeah.
where it's because it's not cost effective to do it inside Canada.
Right.
I try as much as possible.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
I will figure out a way to make something
Yeah.
instead of purchasing it off of other
Yeah.
um
Wholesalers or,
yes, how do I say it, the fast food retailers of the craft world,
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
the bulk
Yeah.
stuff that you don't know who made it
Right.
you know
Yeah, it's really had its effect, but on a lot of people and and in markets in general, like for the market hosts, for the vendors, for everybody.
hmm
But
hmm
I'm a firm believer that I always use this hashtag working together
yeah.
because if we just stop for a moment and see what we can do together as a collective, then we will be getting that much further.
hmm
You know, like, yes, like everything's more expensive. And okay, so we got to talk more and we got to find out maybe that person knows of a place I can, get something a little bit cheaper and so that I can maintain my lower prices and you know what I mean.
yeah.
So it's just a matter of communicating, of networking, become a network guru and start chatting with absolutely everybody because by opening those communication lines, you never know what you're going to find that's going to benefit your business,
Yeah.
you know? And I mean, we just have to get over this hurdle. But I'm a
Yeah.
firm believer in that, working together, That's why I created the podcast. It's a platform that the more we talk about your business, the more we talk about your products, it's going to reach many more people.
Yeah, that is something that I do struggle with, that reach. Um I love what I do. I
Yeah.
can't see myself doing anything else,
Well,
right?
you make it obvious when I met you. It is so obvious. You absolutely love your table, your products. You're in your bubble, right? When you walk up to your table. Like it's evident, and congratulations for that because a lot of people can't say they love what they do.
Well, I mean, my family up to my great grandmother and probably beyond, we've all been very artistic,
Yeah,
between, music, writing, and artists of any number of ilk.
yeah,
It's what we've done. A lot of us have had to have regular day jobs,
yes, yeah, of
you
course.
know.
Yeah,
But our downtime has
yeah,
always been some form of crafting, whether it be by wordage, by singing, by, you
yeah.
know, whatever.
That's fantastic. Yeah,
And I never realized um, how much I was missing it
right.
until I had a friend push me into actually getting back into crafting, saying you could make a little money. And at
Yeah,
that time, it was the money that was important, until
yeah,
I started doing it and started realizing I'm actually enjoying this and the money is nice. However,
right.
it's the crafting that was more important, and the
Yeah,
meeting with people and the making connections and the knowing that I stood behind my product as well.
yeah,
I've told people that my stuff was not meant to be thrown away at the end of a season. It
right.
was meant to bring it out every season because it would last.
Absolutely. Yeah,
You know?
that's fantastic. Yeah, I love your seasonal wreaths too. Like uh, at the market that I met you at in Airdrie, um, I was just like you just stare at your products. They draw the eye, right? So, and that's important too, like you said before, conversation pieces.
Yeah, yeah. It's I was just going to I'm not sure if you've taken a look at the Facebook Holmes Krafts Designs just in the last couple of days.
Actually, I've been in the midst of renovation, so this is the
Ah,
first time I'm on.
I was going to say if you'd taken a look at the Hobbit door.
Oh, good. Yeah, I will for sure. Um, and you know what? We will definitely share your link on this podcast interview so people can take a peek and check out your products and so they can visualize as well. And I do like the fact that you do commission work.
Yeah. When I actually had somebody contact me last year to commission a dragon.
Nice.
And that got sent to BC. And I had more
Oh,
than a couple
nice.
of conversations with him about what colors he was looking
Yeah.
for it. And I've done the same for, I did two circular wreaths that got sent to New Brunswick
Oh, good.
for the last Christmas.
Yeah.
And basically, they were the same except for the color combinations,
Oh, okay.
right? So
Right
one
on.
was for himself and the other one was for his sister-in-law.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then, I like, especially during Christmas and the fall season,
Yeah.
I always like
Yeah.
putting lights on.
Yes. This is my favorite time of year.
Yeah.
Fall and winter and yeah, just, aside from the, crappy roads, but I can do without that. But no, it's just something about this time of year. It's warm and cold or like the cuddly. You want to get in your house and stay warm and have your coffee or your tea and read a book and stare at one of your wreaths and
Well, last year I made a wreath that I had bought glow in the dark cord.
Oh, wow.
And um, I made a wreath for someone where I did a combination dream catcher and spider web in the center
Oh, oh, wow.
with
That's cool.
the glow in the dark
Yeah.
cord in it.
How neat is that?
Yeah. And I didn't tell them that it was glow in the dark.
Oh,
They're just looking
and
for something unique. And I had said, well, I can do this. And that does that sound good? And um, when I gave it to them, a
yeah.
couple of days later, I get a text. You didn't tell me that it glowed in the dark. Oh my gosh. I went downstairs and all I saw was this awesome web hanging on my wall. You know?
Ah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Um, okay, so I have one last question for you. Okay. What are we in store for from Holmes Crafts Design? What's coming up?
Well, the cat beds.
Yeah.
I'm doing that for trying to bring them out for the end of spring
Oh,
and
good.
for summer. I'm looking to try and have one or two made. I'm going to be in Balzac at the Coptic Church on the 21st and
Oh,
22nd,
oh, great.
and I'm looking to have one or two made in order to be able to showcase what it'd look like, and if
Yeah.
anybody wants to commission one.
Oh, right on. Yeah.
I'll if I only have managed to do the one, then it'll be people have to put their name down, and
Yeah.
I know that I can make about five to be
Great.
delivered before a certain period of time and before Christmas.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, that's between that and whatever, more Hobbit doors because I love
Yeah.
them.
Oh, yeah.
They were really cute. I was really, really surprised once it all came together. I'm like, hey, I think I'm gonna
Yeah.
have to keep this one for myself.
All right on.
you know. But for the most part, what is coming is trying to build my brand more, trying
Yeah.
to get people to see that it's comfort and it is coziness. Um, you know, Cuddle up with
Yeah.
Holmes Krafts Designs because
Yeah. Oh,
you'll
yeah.
sit with a hot cup of tea and or
Yeah.
coffee and just look at the lights twinkle.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, it creates peace.
It is a bit of the peace in the world that I'm trying to give to people that might not be out there right now.
Right. Yeah. Yeah,
You
it's
know,
funny, what we can bring to others through our crafts that we create.
yeah.
Yeah. Um, so I know I said one last question, but I got another one. Are you planning to attend more markets in the new year?
Um, well, unfortunately, because this season wasn't as, I guess because everybody's struggling.
Right.
I had a lot of individuals who, your stuff is gorgeous, and then they, for whatever reason,
Yep.
right? But I was being positive and thinking, well, they'll remember me.
Right.
If
Oh yeah.
something comes up that they'll remember me, and I will hopefully get a phone call or an email saying,
Yeah.
can you make this,
Right.
or do you still have this,
Oh,
right?
absolutely.
um so I only have two markets.
Okay.
I had one that I just had, and then I've got two more. So
Oh, good.
I have the big one in Balzac at the Coptic
Yeah.
Church,
Good.
and then I have another one um, at a place called Chateau Estates, just off of
Okay.
16th and 17th.
Okay. Yeah. That's
Yeah,
in Calgary, right?
it is in Calgary. Yeah,
Yeah.
and it is it's before Chestermere, just
Okay.
off of uh, 84th East Hills,
Okay. And what date will you be there?
the 13th of December.
Okay. Oh, okay.
So I kind of like to let people know it's your last chance to buy something unique for Christmas presents.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, it's you're gonna find though when you don't attend as many markets, that's when because of course they take your business card or they screenshot or take a shot of
Mhm,
your
mhm.
what do you call that on your table? The
The
that you
banner.
have? The banner has the code, right? So if they take a picture of that, is that correct?
I am struggling with those codes. I
Are
refuse.
you? Okay.
But it does have my email, and
Okay, good.
I'm the only Holmes Crafts Designs
Yeah.
out there.
Okay.
And so even typing in Holmes and Crafts will get them
It'll
to
pop
my
up.
Facebook page.
Okay, perfect. So they can find you through Facebook.
Hmm. Yeah, and
Okay,
I'm on
wonderful.
Instagram too, under the
Okay.
same.
Yep. Okay, perfect. Well, I mean, you're gonna find too, like it's like you get used to seeing somebody, and then when they're not there, it's like they search, right, until they find you.
Yeah,
So there's gonna be that hint of, okay, where is she? I can't, because their timing got better to purchase.
yeah.
So then that's where you're going to probably hear from them. So yeah, it's I totally understand it. Everyone's struggling and but again, working together and I hope that people can continue to support market vendors because that's very important.
Market vendors and vendors that are support local,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
We have a better pulse on the the how do you say that? That we have a better pulse on what is happening in our neighborhood.
In your neighborhood, yeah. But
You
you
know,
know what's funny? What I learned is that, you say you have a friend that goes to your table and they live in the area. However, they've been talking to their family that's clear across the country, right? So those are that's the networking you want because you never know. You don't you Yeah, local's fantastic. I'm a firm believer in it. But when you go through our country, that's important too.
it was that actually reminds me. It was 2 years ago. I had made for Easter um a it was a metal bucket with imitation flowers and greenery and stuff. And I had torn apart
Oh,
a stuffed bunny,
yeah,
and I stuffed its back end
yeah.
into the ground. And so
Oh,
you had the butt end all hanging out and everything, and I had carrots popping up out of it.
oh,
And I loved it. I thought it was the cutest thing.
yeah,
And I went to 5 Easter markets and nobody wanted it
yeah.
except for a couple that had just moved here from Taiwan,
Oh,
and they loved it.
yeah.
Absolutely loved it. And they sent it to their mother
Oh,
back in
nice.
Taiwan.
Oh, how cool. See,
Yeah,
you
and
never
I
know.
just got such a kick out of talking to them. It was
Yeah,
absolutely enjoyable, you know? And they
yeah,
just, how did you make this? And this is fantastic.
yeah,
And I said, you do have to pack it pretty carefully, but
yeah,
it is strong enough. It should take it across, you know?
yeah. That's fantastic. Yeah, you just never know.
No, yeah.
Well, Kim, you know what? We're at the end of our interview for the podcast, and it's been an absolute pleasure
Thank
talking to
you.
you.
It
It's
was
been
nice seeing you
wonderful.
again.
Yeah, nice seeing you. And I would love to, have you back on, and perhaps we can catch up and see how your new your cat beds are doing and how you're having fun with those. Does that sound
Yeah,
good?
yes, yeah. Like I said, I have to, switch around some of the things that I'm doing,
Yeah.
and again, building a brand, and
Yeah.
I mean, the one thing that I do struggle with is the advertising and
Yeah.
the networking on social medias and stuff
Yeah.
like that. I don't have the time for that,
Yeah.
and I need somebody else
Well, you
who
know what?
can.
You can do trade. You can do trade. If you find someone who is very good at social media and you can say, well, hey, just for in the meantime right now, if you wouldn't mind doing a little bit of trade and make them a nice wreath or a cat bed or something, and then they can provide you with, say, some part-time social media help.
You know what? Thank you, because I had been thinking along those lines.
Yeah,
It's just, finding somebody who, um, you know, we are our worst critics,
we are. I
right?
agree. Yeah.
And it's just it sometimes it takes somebody else to be able to bring out the bling of
Yeah.
um your goodness and
Yeah.
what you can bring to people.
Yeah.
Because if it was left up,
Hashtag working together.
yes, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Don't forget it. It
yeah.
works. Well, thank you so much, Kim. Been a pleasure, and I look forward to having you back.
Thank you. You too.
Okay. Well, you have a lovely day.
Bye. Take care.
Thank you to our listeners for joining us at the Three Moons, Three Souls podcast. We would like to take this time to thank our sponsors for their continued support. Nirvana 101, Trinity Empowerment Center, Red Haven Healing, Summers Light Markets and Events, Fernbury Collective, Ram Tough Property Maintenance, Lynette Waltham Energy, Your Waves Radiant Energy Empowerment Clinic. Brandy Music Publishing Canada. Wildcat Hills Records Canada. Divine Guidance Personal Empowerment with Dale and Jean Hogue. Soul Sanctuary Lounge, Krylo Crystal Creations, Bonnie Supernet Psychic Medium and Author. Burke Virtual Assistant Agency and Transformational Retreats in Cypress Hills, Saskatchewan. Your contributions help us bring meaningful conversations, inspiring stories and soulful perspectives to our community. We are extremely grateful and look forward to a wonderful Season 3.